In this episode of 10 Best Ones, we are going to check out the top 5 best budget gaming monitors in 2018. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability and more. If you want to see the price and find out more information about these budget gaming monitors, you can check out the links down in the description and the comment section below. Okay, so let's get started with the video. At number 5, we have the AOC G2460PF. The AOC G2460PF is an excellent, affordable 24-inch monitor that has been on the market for a couple of years, but even today, it is still among the most purchased gaming monitors in its category, so let's find out what's so special about it. From a design perspective, this model has a sleek, matte black finished construction that is followed by a red accent on the bottom bezel, and once you view the monitor, you will notice that it looks like it is made of a brushed aluminum, and even though it isn't, this is definitely a nice touch since it makes the monitor look a lot more expensive. In addition, the monitor is supported by a circular stand that is sturdy enough to keep the cabinet stable as you're making height adjustments, tilt adjustments from -165 to 165 degrees, and swivel adjustments. However, if you prefer to have an even better viewing experience, you can also take an advantage of a VESA mount, so for now, I don't have any remarks regarding the design. When it comes to the connection ports, this unit has 4 USB 2.0 ports, single HDMI 1.4 port with MHL support, 1 VGA port, a DVI port, a DisplayPort 1.2, and a 3.5mm headphone out, which is quite good for the price you pay. But now, let's talk about the performance. The AOC G2460PF boasts a 24-inch Full HD TN panel that has an impressive response rate of 144 Hz, a response time of 1 millisecond, a dynamic contrast ratio of 80 million to 1, it is FreeSync enabled, and if we analyze these specs closely, it means that your gaming experience will be stutter and lag-free, exactly as you'd like. I would also like to mention that users were satisfied with the color accuracy, even though it is a TN panel. However, I'd advise you not to expect miracles since we are still talking about a budget monitor. To conclude, the G2460PF deserves your attention, especially if you want to invest in a FreeSync 144 Hz budget monitor that will never disappoint you with its performance. Moving on, at number 4, we have the LG 24GM79GB. The 24GM79GB would be a really good option, if you're looking for a quality, 24-inch monitor that combines an attractive design, with a powerful performance that makes this unit strong enough to compete with most of the mid-range priced but for a significantly lower price. Aesthetically speaking, this unit has an all-black, ergonomic construction that is followed by relatively thin bezels, red-colored accents that are present on the rear which add an aggressive appearance, and 4 physical buttons that are present on the front bottom, of which you can take an advantage and tailor the picture according to your preferences. When it comes to the connection ports, this particular model has 3 USB ports, 2 HDMI 2.0 ports, a DisplayPort 1.2, and a headphone jack which are positioned along the back, while on the bottom, you can notice the stand which will ensure a higher level of stability as you're doing height adjustments, tilt adjustments from -5 to 35 degrees, and 90 degrees of pivot. Now, let's talk about the features. The 24GM79GB uses a TN panel that packs an aspect ratio of 16:9, a full HD resolution, a refresh rate of 144 Hz and a response time of 1 millisecond motion blur reduction, which in practice, means that you will never deal with occurrences of ghosting and blurs, so that every game you play will look exceptionally well. Another great thing about this monitor is that it uses the black stabilizer technology, and what's great about it is that dark scenes look nearly perfectly defined on one side, while on the other, this comes handy when you play FPS games, since you can see the enemies lurking in the shadows and would know how to respond adequately. Last but not least, this monitor has 2 FPS modes, and an RTS preset mode as well, and it supports the FreeSync technology, so as you can see, we are indeed talking about a feature-full, gaming monitor that will let you have a truly immersive user experience. Overall, I strongly recommend you consider this product, and if you ever decide to purchase it, you will unlikely regret this decision. Next up, at number 3, we have the BenQ Zowie XL2411P. The BenQ Zowie XL2411P is simply ideal for FPS game due to many reasons, starting from its high refresh rate, and up to its exceptionally quick response rate, so if you've been looking for something similar, then let's take a look why you should consider this one. Design-wise, the XL2411P features an elegant, all-black plastic body that houses a matte screen surface and a non-reflective frame that is specifically designed to ensure that you will never be distracted by anything as you're gaming. Furthermore, the cabinet is supported by a sturdy base and a solid neck that will offer you swivel adjustments of 45 degrees both left and right, tilt adjustments from -5 to 20 degrees, pivot adjustments of 90 degrees and height adjustments of up to 130 mm, but of course, if you want to enjoy an even better viewing experience, then you can mount the monitor on a 100 by 100 mm VESA mount, so you shouldn't worry about anything. Before we move to the next section, I'd like to inform you that the connection ports consist of a DisplayPort, an HDMI port, DVI-DL port, and a headphone and mic jack, so I think that you will be fine. But now, let's talk about the performance. The XL2411P supports up to 16.7 million colors per sub-pixel, which is fantastic, since the visuals you'll see are going to be lifelike, but what's also great is the response time of 1 millisecond, the 1080p resolution and the refresh rate of 144 Hz, which is awesome for the price, since these specs make this unit be a real, esports monitor. In addition, the manufacturer has implemented their zero flicker technology as well, whose purpose is to drastically minimize the potential eye strains that you may face if you've been playing for a prolonged period of time, and since now you won't, all you have to do is to relax and start playing from the moment you take it out of its box. To conclude, the XL2411P is worthy of considering, so give it a try and assure yourself of its potential. Moving on, at number 2, we have the ViewSonic XG2402. The ViewSonic XG2402 is a FreeSync-enabled, esport-ready monitor that would be a really good option for you, especially if you have a limited budget and would like to taste the benefits of gaming on a 144 Hz monitor. When it comes to the design, the XG2402 boasts a gorgeous, matte black cabinet that is accompanied by red accents that are present around the rear and the stand, but you can also notice its slim bezels that will definitely offer you a distraction-free view of every game you play. On the rear, except the red accents and the stand, you will also notice the presence of a headphone hook, a cable management look, which is surely a great addition, because it will drastically ease your cable management. But if we take this aside, there are the connection ports as well, including 2 HDMI 1.4 ports, single DisplayPort, and 3 USB 2.0 ports, which are highly sufficient if you ask me. Now, let's talk about the features. One of the biggest highlights regarding this unit is its 144 Hz refresh rate, which is something that I absolutely like, due to the fact that the visuals you'll see are going to be unbelievably smooth, so regardless if you're playing fast-paced or FPS games, stutters will never be your problem anymore. In addition, let's not forget that the XG2402 has a response time of 1 millisecond, and 5 levels of rapid response rate, including standard, fast, faster, ultra-fast and fastest, so you can select each of them according to your preferences and enhance your gameplay even more. Before we end, I'd like to mention 2 more things, and that's the FreeSync technology which is supported by this monitor, and the game mode hotkey that packs 3 customizable gamer settings, so as you can see, this monitor has a capacity that is equivalent to most of the mid-range priced monitors. Overall, you should definitely take the XG2402 into consideration, because it supports FreeSync, and gathers an impressive refresh rate and a rapid response time which will surely elevate your gaming experience to a whole new level. And finally, at number 1, we have the Asus VG248QE. The Asus VG248QE is one of the best, if not the best budget monitor that you can find on the market, and I'm sure that you've seen this name popping up numerous times as you were searching on the internet. Well, now it's the time when you will understand why's that. Speaking of the design, this unit sports an adjustable, black finished cabinet that is supported by a circular base that does not only look good, but it also does a really good job in supporting the monitor, and what's also interesting is that you can make height adjustments up to 6 inches, tilt adjustments from -5 to 15 degrees, swivel as well as pivot adjustments, and even mount it on a 100 by 100 mm VESA if you prefer. On the rear, there are the connection ports, which are composed of an HDMI port, a DVI-DL port, a DisplayPort 1.2, and a 3.5mm headphone jack, and to be honest, for the price you pay, I think that this is completely fine. But now, let's talk about the performance. The VG248QE uses a TN panel that has an aspect ratio of 16:9, a rapid response rate of 1 mm, a refresh rate of 144 Hz and a 1080p resolution, which is awesome if you ask me, due to the fact that these specs can be found on monitors that cost a lot more. In practice, you can expect an enjoyable gameplay since the visuals are indeed quality, so regardless of the game genre you play, or maybe the movie you intend to watch, I think that you will be more than satisfied of having a monitor of this caliber. Moving on, this unit has integrated 2-watt speakers as well, which is pretty cool. However, I'd advise you use external speakers or headphones if you want to have an even better gameplay. Finally, this unit comes with the exclusive Game Plus hotkey that packs 4 crosshairs and timer functions as well, so you will never feel restricted in terms of customization. To conclude, this is a must-have monitor, and if you ever decide to purchase it, you will instantly feel what makes it different from the others. Thanks for watching, I hope you liked this video. If this video was helpful to you, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future, and if you have any questions related to these budget gaming monitors, you can leave a comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can.